Vice President Vance making a major announcement on the White House's efforts to combat fraud across the nation.
We are creating a new Assistant Attorney General position who will have nationwide jurisdiction over the issue of fraud. Now, of course, that person's efforts will start and focus primarily in Minnesota, but it is going to be a nationwide effort.
Let's bring in Senate Foreign Relations and Judiciary Committee member and chairman of the Senate Commerce Committee, Senator Ted Cruz. Senator, thanks for coming in.
It's great to be with you.
We're learning about this fraud. We're really peeling back the layers. We're seeing it not only in Minnesota, California. Today in the New York Post, they talk about this one guy who hired 12 of his family members, was paid almost $350,000 in taxpayer money to take care of his mom, who was sick. They go and they send an investigator in. The mom isn't even here. She's in Bangladesh.
Look, the scale of the fraud is breathtaking. If you look just at Minnesota, since 2018, they've spent about $18 billion on Medicaid. The federal prosecutors are saying more than half of that, more than $9 billion was fraudulent, was stolen. And listen, I don't think Minnesota is going to be the worst. We were just talking a minute ago. I think you're going to see even worse in California. I think you may see even worse in New York. It's going to be, look, there's going to be fraud in every state. They're going to be fraud in red states, too. I was very glad that my governor of Texas, Greg Abbott, launched an audit to go look for fraud in Texas. That's good.
Ohio, too.
That needs to be done, but the problem is going to be much, much worse in the big blue states because you've got a corrupt and vicious cycle. You look at Minnesota, you've got over 100,000 Somalis who the Democrats brought in. They're engaged in massive fraud, stealing billions of dollars, but then they bundle their votes and they vote for Democrat politicians. They give their money to Democrat politicians, and the Democrat politicians reward them by looking the other way and not holding them to account.
And they back Republicans off, where responsible Democrats, by calling racism.
They just scream racism.
And Maine, too. Just keep in mind, Maine is a mess, and I'm going to look at that on Sunday.
Maine is a disaster. The governor there has totally screwed it up.
Who wants to run for Senate?
Yeah, I'm chairing a hearing in the Senate on January 28th on this fraud. We're going to look at Minnesota, Maine. We're going to look at all the different states where it's happening. But, you know, it is, I'll give you an amazing stat. Al-Shabaab, the radical Islamic terror group in Somalia, do you know who the single largest donor, the single largest source of funds to them was?
The Somalis in Minnesota?
The Minnesota taxpayers. The single largest.
You found that link?
Yes. No, that has been publicly reported. So billions of dollars Somalians in Minnesota have sent back to Somalia. Hundreds of millions of that ended up in the coffers of Al-Shabaab, who are engaged in radical Islamic terrorism. That's how bad this corruption is.
And it appears this is just the tip of the iceberg, and I want to learn more about that. Can I shift gears, though, because I just interviewed Secretary Wright, Energy Secretary, talking about the oil executive meeting, rebuilding the infrastructure in Venezuela. And last night, Vice President Vance was talking to Hannity, or President Trump, rather, talking about the fact that he doesn't believe Cuba, something you're very familiar with, can survive without the Venezuelan oil. Here's the soundbite. I want you to listen to this and give us a response.
Cuba totally relies on Venezuela for money and for oil, and they give Venezuela protection. That was always the deal. They're very tough. They're good soldiers. They got wiped out, as you know. 3 days ago, wiped out. I don't want to even say how many, but they got wiped out. But Cuba gives protection to Venezuela, and Venezuela gives Cuba money through oil.
You agree, Senator?
I think the president is exactly right. You look at Cuba, the communist regime there has existed 67 years. For the first number of decades, they existed because the Soviet Union supported them financially. And then America, we won the Cold War and defeated the Soviet Union. Soviet Union collapsed. And Venezuela stepped in as essentially daddy warbucks and began providing them money. And the corrupt trade that has been happening for years is that Cuba provides thugs. They provide military and soldiers who oppress the Venezuelan people. It's the Cubans that Hugo Chavez and Maduro used to oppress the Venezuelan people. And as the president referred, look, Chavez, or Maduro rather, was protected by Cubans. His entire security detail around him were Cuban soldiers, and Delta Force came in and took them all out. It's been publicly reported 32 Cuban guards were killed. As the president referenced there, I've seen reports that it was actually a lot more than 32. and we didn't have a single fatality. I mean, it remains extraordinary.
The president said they came in helicopters and they came down, just like you see in the movies, on these ropes and got him before he could get to a safe room. You know how bad Cuba can be, because your dad, he was imprisoned there. He was tortured. He had $100 sewn into his clothes when he came here to America and then graduated from UT. And he's still alive to see all of your success.
He is 86. He's going strong. And I'll tell you, Cuba used to be, it was the biggest sugar producer in Latin America. It was prosperous, and communism destroyed it. Venezuela's seen the same journey. I'll tell you an amazing stat. In 1950, do you know that Venezuela had the 4th highest GDP per capita of any country on planet Earth? In 1950, number 1 was the United States. Number 2 was Switzerland. Number 3 was New Zealand, and number 4 was Venezuela. They've got the largest proven oil reserves of any country on Earth. They've got the largest gold reserves. And the Hugo Chavez and Nicolas Maduro, 2 communists, came in, utterly destroyed the economy. It's the same thing the Castros did in Cuba. And the Cuban economy is in free fall right now. I think this is the most promising time of our lifetimes to see the communist regime fall. And I'll tell you, if the communist regime falls in Cuba, you will see a lot of Cuban Americans with a lot of resources eager to invest, to go and turn that country around. I think it could be an island paradise if the communists were out of power and free enterprise were allowed to come back.
It just shows you the folly of the Obama administration to prop up with the Castro brother, and instead the president goes, no, we're not having anything to do with them. So now they can try to get Etzel parts in the future. Senator, for you and your family and for everybody else, I hope Cuba collapses.
Amen.
And I know you'll be one of the first people on the ground there.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.